Hi, hello, what's up, beautiful and lovely people? Today we are back for another fish video where we're gonna be doing quite a good amount of stuff today. Today is my half day off. I said half day off because today is technically my day off, but I got home at like 8 o'clock, so it's kind of not really like a full 24-hour off. I just call it half day off because I have to go back to work tomorrow either way. But that's not really important. So today is kind of the rest of my half day off because right now as I'm talking, I think it's like 8 now. Yeah, it's 8:38 p.m. So kind of like 12 and something hours, 12 hours and something minutes since I got home. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna be doing some stuff like water change. Make sure that I did some maintenance in my tank, clean some glass, and replant some stuff that I started yesterday. And also, most likely, add some more fries on my 20 gallon long right now. And that's gonna be it, baby. So we're gonna start. Thank you for watching, and let's start. All right, so first thing first, today we're definitely gonna be starting with this tank. So it's a 20-gallon long, where I keep all my angelfish on, and I got those angelfish like 3 or maybe 4 weeks ago now, and they're starting to grow really, really, really huge and big and beautiful. I love them. I love angelfish, and I'm also gonna clean the glass as well. I have a toothbrush that I'm gonna use. It's only for this, not my toothbrush actually for this what I'm doing. It's only for cleaning glass and stuff. To clean the glass, and I'm also going to be doing a water change and add some more fertilizer on the plants as well. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but we can do it. But we're gonna start by feeding them first and do all that and change the water loss. Let's go. I'm doing a water change right now, and I got water all over my floor. So I had to just like stop everything, and I should be attention to what I was doing because I just like set the thing up and I went to watch something. Then I was like, oh my god, there's water on the floor, and I was right. There was water on the floor. So yeah, So yeah, I just clean everything right now, and I'm doing the water change, and I'm taking my keeping an eye on this because I don't want it to just effed up again. And that's a little system that I created for myself to just make water changes very much more easier. So you just put a zip bag on the tube or whatever you're using, so that you can kind of like counter the flow, because you know when you do put the tube directly on the aquarium, so you just like mess everything up. The flow is way too high, it's too much, and it's just like destroying everything. So just put it on the ziploc bag, which will yet again counter the flow and make it a little slower. Water will still flow but not as fast, but you'll know that the thing is not going to be all messed up, and then once it'll be done, we'll just remove the ziploc. All right. All right, so I'll post water change and post every single chaotic thing that happened to me in the last minutes. I'm done with the water change. So I ended up changing the water only on my 20-gallon long with the Angelfish. This one actually, I'm just gonna show it to you. Lazy. I only did the water change on this thing. Actually, cleaned the glass. I did like probably 90% water change, so I know I'm straight for probably 3 weeks if I stretch it. And that's pretty much it. See, like how they're growing, they're really big, and then they start having like the longer fins and stuff. That's crazy. I never thought I would have been into angelfish like this, but I guess I am now. There's still some allergy at the bottom because I really did not want to mess up the thing by going like all the way at the bottom to brush it, but hey, it is what it is. I think I'm still gonna have allergy either way, so hey. For my shrimp tank, I thought about doing the water change, but I did not empty the thing, so I just did top off because I do know it's like a thing about shrimps where when like the water get changed, not the water get changed, I'll say some people have been talking about like, hey, you know what, when I change the water, all my shrimp die. So I just did not want the same thing to happen to me, so I just stopped off the water a little, and I put the light a little closer because I wanted to give them more shade or also more dark spot in the background. Because one thing that I do remember when I was keeping ghost shrimp at the beginning was they really did like when I turned off the main light that I have on my tank and only kept my desk light on. It was really weird because the light was only in one spot, but they still, I'll say they show up a little more than when the tank was all bright. So I just ended up putting the light a little closer to the main glass, or like right there, so that I have like some shade in the background. They're still there, just to walk around. They do their stuff, and that's pretty much it. Not really much on this thing. And then lastly, the thing that I did is I took my Guppy, my Endler on this tank, and I put it on my Guppy tank, and I also relocated the Swordtails that I had on this tank on the 55-gallon. This one I only left the fries on this tank, so I'm just gonna grow them out of this tank and let them make a new generation. And I did not empty this tank though, nor change the water. I just top it off and let it be, because I'm not even gonna be using this thing for a little while now unless if I get some new fish, some new angelfish. But I don't know. Like some people who don't want them, I'll just stick them on this tank. But I really don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon because I don't really know like a bunch of people, and the only way that I find out about this angelfish was randomly on Facebook posts. So I don't know if there's like anybody that really wants to relocate them. But if I can find more angelfish, I'll be happy to take them because I love them. And then right now, this is the 55-gallon width of all the swordtails that I have. I did try to clean the glass though, but each time that I actually clean it, so it just like came right back, like the white stain that you can see on the glass. Even if I brush it or put water on it, I tried to brush it really hard with one of those, how do you call it, Mr. Clean kind of thing. It still came back, so I'm not gonna even try it much, because the main important thing is that I have a tank, and you know, my tank is not leaking and my fish is secure. So that's what's like the main important thing for me. I'm not gonna try to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible, because hey, I do like the aesthetic aspect, to be honest, but it's just, you know, not my main interest right now. I'm wanting to, you know, having my fish and see them grow out, and you know, having beautiful tank and having my fish being healthy, which is kind of like, hey, we wouldn't like that, but I'm just not really interested into that, to be honest. As long as they're safe, I'm fine with it, and I can see them when I want to. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Nothing really. So I ended up putting like two 10-inch bubbler on this tank. That's one of the reasons why you see like a lot of bubbles. And I bought like 100-gallon pump on the sale last week on clearance. So that's why, you know, it's like, that's what actually powering them. And the other thing that I did is this hanging back filter. I ended up putting a sponge and wrap it around with some elastics. Do they even call it elastic? I don't even know how they call this thing. But I took this sponge and I wrapped it around the pump though, because I have my swordtails on it, but I do know they're gonna breed though. And when they do breed, one thing that I've realized with having my Endler tank in the past is when you is that an oh, this is working, I'm sorry. So when you have like a hanging back filter, the long stick that is actually in the tank and taking the water to the filter sometimes just aspirate everything, and you can also aspirate your fries too. And that's one of the reasons why I did not really have a bunch of fries when I started having handlers, because you know, they were just like being all sectioned by the pump. And then I ended up going on Amazon, and the way that I fix that is by getting like a random sponge that can kind of like fit, you know, like the long thing connected on the filter, which I don't even know the name. And I just like put the sponge on the long thing and wrapped it around so that it's actually secured. And it's still gonna aspirate thing though, but it's not gonna aspirate the fries, or even if it does aspirate the fries, so if the fries are really healthy, they can kind of like swim away. It's not like, you know, it just aspirate them and then they're gone. So it did help me, and that's one of the reasons why I have a bunch of fries on the other thing, on the 10-gallon tank over there. It's just because I had the sponge, and the sponge is actually working, and right now it's just like growing and everything. And this is my 20-gallon long, so I ended up putting the guppies on it. I do know I have one female on this thing who is pregnant though, so she will have babies, I think, at any time now. So I'll just keep an eye on it. And you can see some of my shrimp swimming around, but the thing is, I did not added those shrimps like manually myself though, so I just soured them randomly on the thing, so it looks like they were just hiding. So this is the male guppy, and with one of my female mouse Endler, and just like, I'll call them guppies too. They just don't have any specific colors or like the male one, and that's one of the reasons why I added those guppies on it, because I do know they're female and they're male, and I just can't wait for them like to start breeding and see. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get like this male with this specific pattern has offspring once they'll start breeding. But other than that, I also added a bubbler on this so that I make sure that they have as much oxygen as possible dissolving the tank. And I do know the gravel is really ugly. Now, I'm gonna buy like a gravel aspirator, but right now it's not one of my main things, because yet again, I'm not really focused on aesthetic, but just making sure that they have a home and they like it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll say thank you for watching today's videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow and give you an update on how my fish are doing before I go to work, because I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna be putting this video together right now and post it on YouTube. So thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting. There's people who are watching and commenting as well. I really appreciate it. So bye, and have a good night, because it's almost midnight now. I should say good morning, but hey, I don't really know what time it is exactly. So bye.